know that with dance you will find your brothers and sisters. Home is a state of mind, body, and soul. So what we've learned is we carry our home with us right here. Okay, let's continue, ladies and gentlemen, with our next offering. Are you ready? Are you happy? Okay, forgive me if I do mispronunciations on this one. Please welcome Mmmingpha in the Liberation Poets Circle with Desiree, Blaine, and Messenjah Selah. Please come up to the stage. Give them a real round of applause.
Here, Brother Blaine, who is not only a poet, but also the organizer of the Speakeasy, which is actually across the street at headquarters at the end of every month. We have Sister Desiree, one of the stronger female poets in the area, as well as stronger poets in the area altogether. And we got, in addition, tonight, we got my man, Tonai, not only a hip-hop artist, but also a spoken word poet. And then we got the brethren, Messenjah Selah, who is a very strong up-and-coming reggae artist, as well as a spoken word poet. So what I wanted to get us into is a brief prayer to bring everything in. I'd like to do the Chinrezig prayer, not only with the poets, but with the entire community, Mmmingpha, to bring in the essence of what we're going to be performing tonight. And we're going to be performing about the exodus to home. This chant is done not only to acknowledge those who have passed away and to send them to the afterlife in strong positivity, but also to acknowledge the living and help them become awakened in the heart of bodhicitta, which is the awakening heart of Dharma and the spreading of Dharma across the entire planet. Om Mmmingpha Hum. Om Mmmingpha Hum. Namaste. We're going to start with the sister Desiree, then Blaine, then Selah, Tonai, and then me. And thank you for being with us. Namaste.
Home is taking care. Home is where we settle, beauty hidden. Home is what we tell our children. I call it home, but I've grown accustomed to the dysfunction of the human race, to the taste of poison we were taught to take too much in the rush of civilization. Now it's up to us to rise with a song of liberation, an exodus to home, to find where we belong, admit where we went wrong, break the rules of man, set wildfires through our veins, gather the remains of our humanity from the ash. It's been too long we've bred normalcy into deceit. The gods of capital will make us an endangered species. It's time to stop making small talk about the weather and pay attention to the climate, the rule of tyrants, the sound of sirens, red on rocks, smoke signals, chains and locks, borders that refuse, people seeking refuge, pipelines spreading the roots of disease. We've been counting profits, cutting trees, and the earth, she must collect our debt. Expect exodus. She'll be relentless. Fires, droughts, floods, storms of war and wreckage, garbage dumps. Can you afford it? Your dollars will be counterfeit, your skin remiss. The way we live cannot sustain this earth, this home of ours. I pray for the exodus, to reveal our tenderness. Teach us again how a human can be free, how to grieve what we can't save, where to plant our seeds. Because now's the time for chasing clouds and watching bees, playing pretend with our children, telling them the truth, searching maps of constellation, from fallen empires to adaptation, protecting waters that will run through the next generation. Now's the time to make outrage holy. Resist. Listen to the stories of our king. Lean in, learn devotion, till our blood speaks this forgotten liberation, and we move ceaselessly towards our freedom. Together, we will break the spells of ruin, of lands long stolen, hearts broken in despair. Now is the time to learn the language of home. Trust these roots will grow. They say these times are urgent, so we go slow. Human beings in exodus to home.
Oh, people, we are flawed, like scuffed gemstones, but rub us right and we shine. See, we fly, free from ancient hidden lamps like the truths, disposed of and buried, but found deep within, mishandled by a stranger, seemingly ruined, but no. Love finds these and more, spreads seeds and spores, and wild vines climb till freedom roars. People, we are small, like grains of sand, but look real close and each unique. Beautiful, way more descriptive than the naked eye can witness, seen sifting through the emperor's hand, seemingly weak. But no,
Sandstorms are known to expire entire empires with dunes. People, we are lost, like twinkling meteors, but not so bound to crash. It's a dance, see, we soar, seeking a safe place to land, a home that will hold us to break in order to rebuild, seemingly destructive, but no, all that you see arose from that journey. And you can never guess the impact when it crashes into your planet, makes waves in your still waters. You might never see it coming like a meteor. What is it? Change, truth, tragedy, death. Why? Why riddle you this? Bring it to mind. Well, as a scholar of faces, reader of the pages, stranger in the places, healing from impact, well, I just can't hold my tongue, can't hold my breath. It comes and goes away. We forget it's not ours, nor the tongue for too long, and our minds go get lost. We go on adventures ignoring the costs, the maps, the layers of history, telling every story from scratch, caught, lost in our shadow while the sun is shining, engrossed in the movie while the world could be happening. I can't stare at the sidewalk or sink in the couch. I might never see it coming. And see, look, you woke me, you saved me, thank you. I was deep and asleep and the phone rang and it was you. I almost didn't answer. Safe in my dreams, stuck in my stories. I almost didn't dive back into reality, but I remember that I love you and that there's work, unfinished business here. I knew what it meant. How I'd have to get lost and found and make a new map. Had to tell each story again with you from scratch. Had to find you and carve out each rung on the ladder once more. But last time, it hit me out of nowhere. And I swear I wasn't done yet. I never saw it coming.
Good evening. I am Divinity One, and this piece is called I Am Home, a.k.a. Messenjah Selah. I'm a reggae artist. I was born and raised in St. Andrew, Jamaica. And yes, thank you. Home was an interesting place. Great, awesome, amazing, magical, and home was physical abuse. Home was intense sufferation. Home was dogma, religious control. I'm just speaking from my heart. I didn't plan this, I'm just letting it flow. So, home for me is where I am, in every moment. See, life has taught me throughout my journeys, visited a lot of homes, and seen people who were, well, they say they're at home, but they're not really feeling at home. You know, a lot of us who, home can be one of those places where you don't really want to be there. Home can be uncomfortable. Home can be everything. And so we learn to embrace everything. Because growing up, I heard some things like life is what you make it, and what you sow, you reap, and just certain things that kind of guided us, even though the misguidance was so kind of crazy. But home will keep you home. That's one thing about home. Home is that light, that love that we are. Home is that almighty God that we are.
Yeah.
And so, trust is important with this place called home, because home is really the journey. We have to probably don't think of it as a destination. So that brings you into the present. It keeps you present. It keeps you grounded. It keeps you riding the waves. You're flexible. You're I am that I am. Or you are who you are. I accept you. And so, I think for me right now, where I'm at, right now at home, learning that I'm worthy, remembering that I'm worthy. This journey of remembrance, remembering who we are. And I'm glad to be here. We're all worthy of the best in life. All the love, the peace, the happiness, the harmony, the food, clothes, shelter, whatever, however you define home, whatever feels like home for you. Just know that you deserve that. And last but not least, when you don't know where to go, when you have nowhere else to go, go within.